Yes, good morning and welcome to Raoul's house. I came in last night and I did say I was going to do the skirt, and I got a coat of primer on there. That's looking good now. A bit of a touch up where I went across with the sander, but that's all right. I shall just finish that off. And I've got to sand these down today so I can paint those. So I've done most of the room. I've just got that section to do. But today, more of an exciting day. I'll tell you for why, because we've got a bit of a celebrity. Oh yes. I'll be talking to Roy Meats. Roy Meats is a fine artist in his own right. And if you're not familiar with Roy's work, look up Frank the Scarecrow. That will give you an idea of the kind of work he does. But earlier on today, he was showing me how to put up lining paper. Yeah.
It stops it rolling up. When you lay it out, it won't roll over and you get paste everywhere.
Well, won't the creases show?
No. Well, the good thing about this is when it's wet, right, you see every little thing. But when it dries, what happens is it pours, and that's the whole idea of the lining paper. Causes a multitude of sins.
Now watch this. This is an expert. Forget Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen.
Yeah, he's a wanker. Am I not supposed to say that?
No, that's fine. We agree.
Yeah, ready mixed if you can get it. If you can't, any salt water or anything. Down the middle first. Push it to the edges.
Yeah.
Some people always start on the edge, but you can't push it then because you've got nowhere to go. Could do with being a bit thinner, but alright.
Does make wallpaper paste make a lot of difference, you think?
No, not really. Some of them are rubbish. Right, if you're doing walls, concertina or ceilings, you'll see why, because I'm going across it on there. And what that does, it makes it easier. Leave it to soak.
Yep.
Face the other one. Where I start. But the best thing to do is to walk along the wall, find out where the light is. If the light falls in the middle of one, pointless. So you then think, right, so if I measure in the middle, so it's half and half,
Yeah.
and then work back. Same with stripes on a wall. Right, you always get people who'll measure in wherever it is and then start there. Well, then you get half a stripe and a full stripe. If they start in the middle,
Yes.
work out, it's equal at each end.
End.
But they don't do that, do they? I normally work right to left because I'm right-handed. But this, you'll see now what I'm on about with it. So that's easy to handle, isn't it? That little bit. If you'd
You've seen, I'd have seen that you put lining paper the other way.
no, that's why they call. You see, they do this. They call it cross lining because it goes under wallpaper, which is what it used to be. Right. When you get to there, look. I'll show you. Don't worry about that bit. You'll see in a minute why I do it this way. How many joints are you going to see? None.
That's true.
Because you've only got 2 pieces of paper. If you did it the other way round, up and down, you're going to have about 27 bloody joins. Well, this just gets the air out.
Well, on that basis, with certain wallpapers, I suppose you could do it that way as well.
Yeah, I do stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did in fact we just done one. They've got like a bark effect. So we did it across the wall, so it looked like it got planks.
So you'd always do it that way, regardless of the wall or
Yeah,
not?
I do, all the time. Unless it don't, you know, it's pointless doing it that way. If you've got a piece like that, you just do one upright. Because that's, I don't want that to go anywhere. When it comes to filling that then.
Oh, so you can feather the edge then?
Yeah. And then all I'll do is just run the filler down there, you see.
And no one would ever know.
That's the theory.
Well, I guess you just follow the line.
Yeah.
Just butt it tight, or...
No, leave a tiny little gap. I'll tell you why. Because this has a tendency to carry on stretching.
Ah.
So you end up with a funny join.
Well, I suppose it would rock up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think we'll need to move the fridge, I think.
Yeah, in a minute. This shows you where it will run out as well.
So how do you deal with the light switch then?
Well, normally the light switch is off.
No, I meant cutting it out.
I'll show you. There's several ways of doing it. Normally I don't unscrew it, but because we're lining, I can't see the point. See, that one will go behind,
Yeah.
and it's... I've done that before, and then suddenly gone, ow!
Just push it. Isn't it pushing up a bit? Or can you move it?
No, it'll move.
Oh, yeah.
I'll fill them anyway. Normally I fill all the joins so it looks like brand new plastic walls, you see, when it's done.
And helps stabilise the surface behind, I guess, doesn't it?
Yeah, hold it all together. This is the proper way, look. Find the corner. Find the corner. And then if you're using brass light switches, you don't scratch them.
I bet that blue thing you're using is called something like a decorator's spuddle or something.
It's called a wall whiz.
There you go. You see, I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Decorator's spuddle.
Yeah, good boy. All the brands are available.
Yeah. Yes, that was Roy Meats. Showing me how to fit a lining paper. So I'm here today, as I say, I've got to get this skirting rod down, get all some of these bits of wood and bits and pieces, the bits of picture rail that can go downstairs out of the way. Just generally have a good clean up and sweep up. I seem to be doing that constantly in this room. The second room, which is now what I'm working on, I've decided I'm going to use lining paper in here. I think it's going to be a darn sight easier if I do. Whilst I can get the walls flat, and by and large they are flat, they just look like they're not. But we'll be using lining paper in here, which will soon get us a nice finish ready for painting. And it means if I can get the lining paper up, when my painters come out, they can just paint straight over that and that'll be done. So all I've got to do really is concentrate on just getting the walls as flat as I can get them. I don't need to go too mad with it, but concentrate on getting this ceiling painted, at least by this coming weekend. It'd be nice if I do that. Otherwise, I think probably lining paper around here to get these walls flat. So, right, on with the sanding, I think, and we'll get on with that and get the skirting done in the other room. This end of this, I don't know what you'd call it, because part of the bay window. That whole chunk was missing, so I've reinstated that with some bonding plaster. Obviously it'll need smoothing off afterwards, but at least I've got the form now and starting to fill up some of these holes and a bit of caulking across the top of there. Not quite sure what I'm going to do about the ceiling though, because although it's flat, the paint's peeling. I don't know. The thing is, I haven't really got time to line a ceiling. But we'll see what we can do with it. Might be able to sort of seal it and stop these edges peeling. I don't know. And then maybe have to line it in the future. You know, time is against me, as always. However, I've got all this flat now. That was a bit of a mess. Big holes in there, big chunks missing out of the wall. Same here where those brackets were. I belt sanded those flat this morning, but there was a few low spots, so I've just gone over it again with filler. This is fairly level now, but I'm definitely going to line the walls in here. It's going to be a lot quicker than just spending hours and hours trying to get everything baby smooth. It'll help bind it all together as well. So I'm chasing those in. And the other one I've got to do, I'm starting to do now, is take this old socket out, all this poly filler. I mean, look at it, what a mess that is. Take all the socket out, knock all the poly filler out and plaster this properly. If I can get that done this afternoon, that'll be a great step, because it's going to take a while for the plaster to go off, because it's going to be fairly thick, I think. But hey ho, well that's that out. What the heck's going on there? I'll tell you what, I don't know, some people like to see this. Look, polyfiller, try and get it to focus, with newspaper behind. I can guess who did that. Yep, that'd be my father. So, we will get bonding plaster on that tonight and get all that filled in. It's quite a big gap, but no matter, we'll soon get that done. There we are. Just put a bit of bonding plaster in the back of that. It's such a big hole, there's no way I'm ever going to fill that in one go. It'll take forever to dry, so I've just put some in. Enough to, well, I won't have quite so much to put on the next layer. Leave that for tomorrow, and then I'll get some more plaster in it and get me hawk and trowel and level it with the rest of the wall. Right, that's ready for back box and cables. I'll have to get floorboards up, I suppose, by about the weekend, run the cables through. But if I can get all this noisy stuff done, it'd be good. Yeah, it'd be nice if I could do the other one on the other wall today, but we'll see how we do for time. Right, that's the sockets done either side of the bed. Oh, mess that was. Trying to get all the dust and stuff I can. I've got what I'd already marked it on the wall, but I've got another socket to put there. So there'll be one there. They're all doubles, of course, and one there. And these ones I may relent and fit the USB ones. I'm not a big fan of them because if the USB bit packs up, well, you wasted your money, haven't you, really? Whereas if you've got an ordinary socket and you just plug your charger into it, well, what is there to say about it? Well, that's it from Ralph's house today. My thank you to Roy Meats for his demonstration in a lining paper today. Good friend, very knowledgeable decorator, hard to beat. And he did drop in just a little while ago and said, yeah, lining paper for front bedroom. So that's what we will be doing. So yeah, this room's just about done. I'm coming up tonight. I've sanded all this skirting round there, so I'll come in and paint that tonight. So that's all of that, and then it's wholly down to I've got to put a new piece of wood across the top and then paint that. I should probably do that. I'll do that early next week. And in the front bedroom, and we're sort of overwhelmed with brick dust again, but that's the way it goes. Yep, 2 sockets chased in, one each side. I would have done the other one. There's another one meant to go in there, but it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and all the kids are turning out, and it's just difficult getting, even less than a mile away by car. So we'll call it a day. Like below, that's that, thumbs up. If you look down there, look, there's a thumbs up and there's a thumbs down. I mean, thumbs down if you like, I don't care, but thumbs up's good. Leave a comment. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.